Where's Nick?
I'm Brad.
I'm Levi, and this is a new episode of Pints and Pages. Gosh, normal thing Dad says, like, comment, subscribe, visit us on TikTok, check out my Twitter, my Twitch. I stream midnight, or well, at this point, 1 a.m. to like 4 a.m. because I have overtime. And then we got Brad.
I'm just here.
He's got wonderful stories from this weekend, from what I hear.
Wonderful, I guess.
It'll be secondhand, or what is it, type 2 fun. Great to look back on, sucks in the moment.
Oh, fuck, dude. No, I was having fun in the little mosh pit, and I don't even know how I got shoved, to be honest, but I just was off balance all of a sudden, and then I landed square on some stairs with my back. And it was instant. Nope. I'm like, nope, I'm done. Help me up. Like, I am now a small little infant child that is hurt, and I need to go.
I was going to say, when Dad was telling me about it before he left, he's like, we're all moshing. I fell once. He's like, and then I look up, and I just see Brad go flying backwards right into the back steps. For anyone who doesn't, there was a Winter Meltdown show, a heavy metal show at the State Theater. And the steps leading up to the stage, wooden steps, right?
Yeah. And it wasn't even, the mosh pits weren't even like rough. It wasn't even dangerous. And nobody was, I don't think it was like a malicious attack from anyone. It didn't feel like it.
It just happened.
It just like, and then fucking I went down and I was done for. But no, it was a fun night. Prior to that, I actually went into the mosh pit. And then I ran into Derek, and he just randomly fucking hoists me up on his shoulder and then starts spinning me around super fucking fast. And I'm like, I am laughing so fucking hard because I have no control over anything. Like, I am completely helpless to the situation. My hat's flying off. My sunglasses go. Like, I'm just shedding things as he's spinning around in a circle. And then he's hitting people in the crowd with my feet and shit. And it was
Dad was like,
I died laughing for like 20 minutes after that. I couldn't stop fucking laughing.
Dad's like, we all had a handful of drinks. He's like, and the best thing is Brad looks at me at one point in the show and goes, watch this. I'm going to start a pit with random people. And he said you ran up to D-Rock in this group and just start doing this. Yeah. And that's when D-Rock just threw you up and was like, fuck it, and spun you.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it was hilarious because that is how it started. I almost forgot that, but yeah, I looked at him like, watch this, and then I go out there and I just made a hand joke. I don't even know what we were talking about or what prompted me to do it that way, and I did it, and then he lifted me up, and it was like that was not quite the reaction I was going for, but it was so funny.
This wasn't the spinning that I wanted.
Yeah, and luckily it was before a few drinks, so I didn't go, sprinkler system on everybody.
That's a good thing. God.
But no, he was spinning me so fast, it was fucking hilarious. And and then, all the bands were pretty good. We dicked around outside and went over to People's Social for a little bit as well.
That's what Dad had mentioned.
And we always like going there. But yeah, I think I had too many cocktails that night.
From the way Dad made it sound, and I won't put people on blast on the podcast, I know a couple people had too many cocktails. So we had someone end up with their head in a popcorn bucket. And
oh, nice. No, I'm trying to think because I know I had at least 3 at the People's Social, and I didn't drink any beer the whole night.
Dad said you were drinking espresso martinis.
Yeah, espresso martinis, and I would assume 3 or 4 maybe. I don't know.
I know Dad said he saw 3.
Yeah, I think it was about 3 there. Because he said
all of you had like 3 or 4 drinks.
Yeah, I probably had about 6 to 7 drinks the whole night.
Except for the one thing I will say, Annie, I heard you were taking them down like a trooper.
Oh, yeah, she could put them away, man.
Dad said, like, y'all were getting ready to leave, and he just happened to look down, and Annie's got like 4 mixed drinks and like empty glasses throughout the night, and then also a shot glass from her taking a shot of tequila. Yep. Dad's like, damn, you can party.
She got turned. No, we all did. It was a good night, But
I imagine Dad's leaving out the amount of fucking alcohol he drank. He always does.
I definitely landed so fucking hard that it instantly stopped my whole night in that moment,
I bet. That's a sobering hit.
And it was like, I got up, I walked over, Alex was sitting down, and I was like, I gotta pee. Like, it just hit me. Like, I think all the pain was like, yeah, you might want to go upstairs, take a piss before you piss yourself. And then, I had to go find somebody with a cigarette because I needed a cigarette bad at that fucking point.
I bet. Anything for that pain.
But no, it was fun. The bands were great. Seeing a lot of familiar faces. A lot of people I haven't seen in a long time that used to go to a lot of the metal shows. It was a good time, you know.
I wish I could have. I specifically wanted to go to Carve, but I also found out they started as I got off work, and I had to fucking shower and shit. And by the time I was ready to do anything,
you don't ever shower before a metal show because you leave that bitch grody anyway. Sometimes, well, that's the younger days.
I was gonna say, while I agree with you, I was also so covered in oil and grit from being at work that I was like, I'm not going out in public like this. You could have
slipped right through everyone.
You know what? You're probably right. That is our people. We are a little greasy.
You slide by and be like, you have tetanus now. You might want to wash your hands.
Just fucking airborne tetanus.
Yeah. It's always a good time when you got people, you know, that are friends up there playing, friends in the audience, fucking friends slinging drinks. It was like everybody around was just people you knew and friends. It was great.
It's one of the things I love about Logansport is our wonderful little community.
Yeah.
Because even metal to fucking the like normal rock or country stuff, that the occasional country at Bonus Pints. I mean, everyone. Yeah. Not that the crowd's always the same because we always get new faces, but you always can guarantee the crowds are going to be there. Dad's going to be there.
Right. No, it's kind of cool when you run into people that's like, they don't go anywhere but shows as well. Because there's a lot of those types of people. Like, they don't go to restaurants and bars and hang out.
Yeah.
It's like, no, they go to metal shows and then they go home and hang out. Probably fucking jam out to some tunes, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah, I have buddies like that if it's not a show, they're only going to work and then blasting music at home. Yeah. That's just their life, man.
And, no, it's cool to see them people because, I mean, like, there was one old dude in the pit, and, like, I was telling everybody, like, fucking since 2005, I've been seeing this guy at every local metal show.
Jesus.
Ever. Like, that's the only place I've ever seen him.
Just a random old dude?
Yeah. Or up or down at Noblesville. Like, shows down there. You'd randomly spot him there, but it was always a lot of, you know, local shows in Logansport, Kokomo, Peru, the surrounding areas. He's always around. And he's the old guy in the pit, you know. But
it's kind of like the bitch in the pit. There's always an old guy. There's always a woman.
Yeah.
The bitch in the pit's a reference to body count. I'm not calling women bitches.
Yeah. I feel like I am at the level of the old guy role now, especially after that hit last time. Like,
I bet.
I ran out of bounces. I don't bounce anymore. Like, everybody bounces so many times in their life.
You've hit that point. You've hit the bounces.
I'm out of bounces. That one didn't fucking land very good.
I will say I may be 10 years younger than you, but this is how I felt after Beartooth. The next day I was like, oh my God. And I didn't even take a fall like you did. The closest thing I had was I'd gotten out of the pit, got a drink, was standing with the wife, and then I was like, I'm gonna go back in. Fought through the crowd, and I'm like, man, this is a lot more dense. Popped out. And Seth said he had the perfect view because he just saw me pop out into the pit. With me not realizing they had split for a wall of death, and I was right in the middle as the beat fucking dropped, and I was like, I gotta leave, I gotta get out of here.
A wall of death is a fun one. I remember one time, and I can't remember what venue it was at. I want to say it was the Egyptian Room, maybe.
That's where we saw Beartooth.
And I fucking right on the edge, so like I'm the closest to the stage at the wall in the corner, very last guy, and we're skirting people. You know, when you're running there, you usually get lost in the fucking crowd to the side. You don't even make it to the other people.
Yeah.
But somehow Me and the other kid on the very end just made it full force. But when he ran into me, he tucked his head down and he put it right in my shoulder.
Ooh.
And I think I knocked one of his teeth out. And then there was just a big gash in my shoulder from where it got tooth only. Like, it didn't hit his lip, didn't fatten his lip or
just
nothing.
Nothing
just
but
straight
tooth.
fucking snagged a tooth on my shoulder.
That's violent.
It hurt so bad. I checked on him, and he's like, "I'm fucked, dude, but it's okay.
It is what it is."
Here. Let's continue moshing, I guess. Actually, no. I think I'm gonna go stand off to the side since I'm bleeding everywhere. But
makes me think of a fucking Attila show. Yeah. It was Attila and Escape the Fate. One of Dad's old coworkers tried to drag me to it. I don't even know if I think it was. I don't remember who it was. It wasn't Escape the Fate, but it was Attila and somebody else. And they posted pictures the next day after. I was like, nah, I think I had a concert the day before.
Was it in Kokomo?
I don't know where it was. All I know is that they both posted pictures. One of the guys had a giant gash across his forehead and he was bleeding. And then Dad's coworker had gotten hit in the side by something and was like just split wide the fuck open and broke his ankle.
See, I have been in some of the meanest, gnarliest pits around. And I've never really gotten injured too much. The bruises happen. I've been straight punched in the head once.
I've been punched before.
I just got straight fucking haymakered by somebody. I don't even know who did it, you know.
One of my favorite ones is, I don't know if you know who Nate Collins is.
I'm not familiar. I don't think
but one of Dad's buddies, it's his son. I just also know people know him in Logan Sport. But it was all four of us, Dad, his buddy, and us two. And it was a Korn show, and it was I've seen Korn 15, 16 times.
Right.
It was the only time I've ever heard him play clown. So I was like, fuck it, I'm getting in the pit. I'm fucking shit up.
Yeah.
Song ends, everything's cool. Didn't even actually happen in the pit. And you know how Ruhoffen, we were up towards the top, the pit was towards the bottom. So I rotate, I went to look or go up and start walking. I rotate, and from what Nate told me, this dude had to have been barreling down just the fucking lawn. With the speed he was moving, he was just running. And as he crossed me, he said I wasn't even like in this guy's way. I was just next to him. The dude threw his fucking elbow out and hit me right across the side of my head, and I just went backwards. Knocked me right the fuck out.
Oh, shit.
The only thing I had, or the only cool part, or I guess justice I got out of it was it was right after the pit ended. Security's right there at the bottom of the lawn. They watched that elbow and they tackled his ass from what I got told.
That would be fucking insane to have. Like, who does that?
That is the only time I've ever been in a pit injured like that. And it wasn't even in the pit. I was done. The song ended, turned around and just wham.
I always wait for the crowd killers to go for a high kick and just right in the balls.
I fucking hate the crowd killers.
You just get them right in the balls. Like, dude, if I wanted to participate in that, I'd be in there with you. Like, don't fucking try to kick me in the face while I'm just standing here.
There's that, and then also my thing is this isn't like this isn't a place to fight. We don't need to be throwing high kicks and fucking throwing arms and shit. I get getting loose with the music and like having fun. I'll move my body around. I'll accidentally hit someone. I apologize. I get it. Shit happens. But to be fucking voluntarily like as hard and maliciously whipping your body around is not okay.
I'd be kicking you right in the testicles.
That's actually the last time I got knocked out. Nate loves to bring it up. Zimmerman, because it was Nate and Seth and I. We were at the Hoosier Dome. That real small venue in downtown Indy type area. It was for We Came as Romans for their We Plant a Seed tour. It was their 10th anniversary of that album. First song, lights start strobing, and me and Seth and Nate are on the edge of the pit, and I can see a dude crowd killing, but with the strobes, it's like, okay, he's there. Okay, he's there. Okay, he's there.
Shit.
All of a sudden, I get kicked in the dick. He had donkey kicked backwards from what Nate told me. And I went down. And when I went down, his same motion was to elbow backwards. And I fucking just went out. Seth also almost kicked the owner's ass of the venue. Because I go out. It was all local bands of it from Indy. And then We Came as Romans. One of the local, actually, I told this story the first emo night. The singer for Sellout Boys was the bass player for the opening band.
Okay.
He caught me, handed me to their lead singer of that band. That guy handed me to the venue owner, and the Hoosier Dome has that side alley door.
Yeah.
They split the crowd, and the guy drugged me out that way. And Seth tried to follow, but obviously as I got drugged, the crowd just closed back. So Seth's fighting his way through. I don't remember this part. All I remember is, I'll tell you, I'll get there. But the guy drugged me out, and I guess he tried to like lean me up against the wall, and I was still out of it, and I just fucking started to slump. So he picks me, grabs me by the shirt to just get me so I don't fall. And all Seth sees is the guy do that with me. Yeah. And Seth came around that fucking corner, fist up, and I saw it, and that was where I came to. It was like, no, Seth. The guy turned, and Seth is like fucking seconds from knocking him the fuck out.
I mean, yeah.
The only time I've ever seen Seth about to get violent, I was like, no, he's helping.
See, he knows when.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Seth knows when.
Yeah, fucking.
I've been knocked out too many times at shows.
Yeah, I have only been knocked out once, and it was Warped Tour. And like I said, dude, it was just a haymaker out of nowhere. Never seen the guy, never seen the fist. And I just remember bumping into somebody I know, and I was like, hey, how's it going? And then I got fucking... He was a big dude, and he launched me pretty far, and it was like... Fuck. I'm just like laughing, going backwards. And then next thing you know, I hit somebody, and then out. And I woke up, and it was like, collect my belongings, and security's making sure I'm okay. And I'm like, I'm fine, despite having a humongous fucking goose egg on the side of my face. And then it was cool though, because I went and got some ice from a beer vendor, and I was not 21 yet. I literally was like, hey dude, I'm not 21. I can't order from you, but can I have a chunk of ice for my fucking face, you know? And he was nice enough to give me some ice. And then I sat down on a hill right behind his cart. And when I did, Phil Bozeman from Whitechapel just walks right by me. And I'm like, oh, hey, Phil, how's it going?
Dude, that's awesome.
And he high-fives me as he walks by. And I was like, all right.
Dude, that's fucking cool.
But yeah, it was a hell of a fucking show. And then we ended up leaving early that year because most of the bands we liked were the early fucking morning shit. And of course, I'm like,
Warped Tour's the only place that'll have you fucking moshing on asphalt at 11 a.m.
I'm essentially sitting on the grass treating myself for a concussion all afternoon anyway.
Yeah. I was going to say, Seth and I, we only went to Warped Tour twice, and our first time was the year Chester passed away. And that just, I don't want to say fuck shit up, but everyone found out, like, it's the only time it's a shitty memory, but it's also one of my favorite ones because it's the only time I've been at Ruhoff and I could have heard a pen hit the ground. Because when news started to break, like I even got a notification on my phone about it. All of a sudden, every stage just stopped, and it was right before I Prevail came out. And Eric came out with a female and was like, I still to this day don't know what band that female was a part of, but they were like, hey, I don't know how many of you know, Chester just passed away. He did take his own life. You know, this is the whole thing. The whole point of this festival was to try to prevent things like this, so I need a moment of silence. Not a fucking band was playing, not a fucking person said a word throughout all of Ruhoff, and it was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
It was just an intense, like, gotta be there moments that it was like, holy shit, I don't think I've ever seen this place like this.
Yeah, that many people and quiet.
Yeah. And with, like, you've been to Vans, there's 4 fucking stages going at once.
Oh, yeah.
And all of a sudden, everything just, I mean, you could have, like I said, you could hear a pen hit the fucking floor.
I think 2010 was the only time I ever went. It was so fucking long ago. Most of the bands I listened to at the time had 1 or 2 albums at most. And now they're like 10 albums deep and half retired, or some of them's dead. Like, fuck.
Seth and I went to 2017, which was that one, the year Chester passed, and then 2018, which was the last year.
Okay.
Until they've brought it back now.
Right.
Which I still hate.
I miss the festival style concerts, but they just don't run the structure like they used to.
No.
And that's the kind of the thing that sucks. Or like, some of them's just too many days, and there's too many fucking bands. And
they get too many big bands, in my opinion. Like, and that sounds weird, but I can't. Like Chicago Open Air, I remember half of the excitement was when the set list got announced for the 2 days. We only knew the second half of day bands, like for both days. And that was just like a general, most people only knew those bands. And then we spent the whole time leading up, instead of listening to their music, well, let's check all these people out. And all of a sudden I found all of these bands I've never seen before. Yeah. And now it's like the opening of every day is like people as big as Ice Nine Kills, which in my opinion shouldn't be opening a festival. They're still like mid headliner type level, but we're putting so many big bands on these lists that they're now a fucking opener, and the small bands don't get their 20 minutes at the festival anymore.
Right.
Because I mean, that's like kind of what Vans Warped Tour. So many bands got their start from just getting that 20 minutes right at 11 a.m.
Well, and what it also did was, like, I know very much with Warped Tour, not so much with Mayhem, because it was less bands than Warped Tour ever was, a less amount of time.
I miss Mayhem.
Ozfest was basically the same as Mayhem.
I don't think I ever got to go
bands,
to Ozfest.
You would have like 4 bands playing on different stages at the same fucking time, but there'd be people that went there to wait at a stage for a certain time slot to see a specific band, which meant you had a bunch of people force themselves to listen to you regardless of if they wanted to or not. So it got your fucking name out there.
Yeah.
Like, even if, you didn't have people coming for you, they might stick around. Or they might look you up afterwards.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Damn, that wasn't bad. Let's see what they have."
That was kind of how Devil Driver like nailed it for me. I was standing in line for an autograph at an Ozfest for Lamb of God.
Nice.
And the stage while we're sitting there is like, we could sit there and look at it, and then Devil Driver comes on, and I'm like, I've seen buddies with shirts and never really listened to them. And then I see them on stage, and I'm like, I went home and downloaded every fucking album I could. I think I even bought a shirt or something that day, because I was like, if they're here, I need to find their merch tent.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't think I don't want to say things have gotten too big at this point, but we need a new indie festival like what Vans Warped Tour was. Not like indie, but
Summer Slaughter was pretty fucking good.
I don't think I know that one.
Summer Slaughter was like all metalcore fucking
scene. We need something like that. Dude, it was like
all kinds of... Dude, it was the heavy, and it was so good. And I'm like, we went to Summer Slaughter a few times. I bet you Seth's been to a couple Summer Slaughter tours.
Honestly, probably. I was going to say, he went to... I think a decent amount of more festivals than I did before I started going.
But that was like a lot of like Winds of Plague, fucking Suicide Silence, Whitechapel.
I was going to say the first one I popped up had Lorna Shore and Necrogoblicon on there.
Yeah.
Or like, these are just obviously different ones from different.
I'm pretty sure I went to the Hatebreed one.
There's Texas Slaughter.
I can't remember all of them that I went to.
Well,
we went to so fucking many shows.
I was going to say, that's the one thing I've always told people. I was never a spoiled kid, except when it came to concerts.
Yeah, dude. And that's like, it's so much fun, because it gives you a whole different outlook on the fucking rest of the world when you congregate a bunch of weirdos together.
I tell people all the time, I grew up with all of these fucked up, not even knowing them, but just in the vicinity of all these fucked up humans all the time. And to see, one of the things I say all the time, metal is portrayed in this hateful, horrible music with hateful people. And I've never seen a more loving group of individuals. It is such the dichotomy between the way the music and the people look to the way they act is so fucking wild.
Well, and
I've told everyone I went to school with, everyone needs to go to a deathcore show at some point, even if you don't enjoy the music, just to see the environment of like moshing, for example, watching people that look like they want to kill each other for fucking an hour straight while this shit's going, and then to see them hugging and shaking hands, someone falls, everyone stops, picks them up. It's like, it'll blow someone's fucking mind.
Here's your glasses.
Yeah, here's your glasses, here's your hat.
Yeah.
My favorite thing, it was last year after Limp Bizkit, fucking Hunter lost his shoe, and then I found a random shoe. And Hunter's like, hey, I need my shoes. So I held the shoe up and I was like, hey, I'll trade a shoe for a shoe. I got a shoe for a shoe. And me and some other person found Hunter's shoe and I had their shoe. It's just the dumb shit that happens.
One of the best times for losing an item at a concert, I lost my cell phone.
Oh, God.
At the very beginning of the show. And I didn't get it back until the show was over because I had crowd surfed almost immediately.
Oh, fuck.
And it slipped out, and the guy caught it, and he recognized me because I was dressed as Ace Ventura.
Nice.
And it was a Cannibal Corpse show, and it was pretty perfect that
That's
day.
fucking wild.
But I was essentially just a human beach ball. I tell that story all the fucking time, but it was on Halloween in Valparaiso, and me and my buddy just randomly got the idea to go so that I could dress up as Ace Ventura on Halloween. And then we came back to Logansport and went to the bar and shit afterwards. But
that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, they used me as a human beach ball. It was like I'd just be standing there, and then the right guy make eye contact with me, like, oh, we got to throw this guy up. And then it was just crowd surfing the whole fucking time. They'd try to pitch me on the stage at the very end. Like when I get to the thing, they always kept trying to throw me on the stage. But the roadie guys and security were pretty good at catching me, and I wasn't trying to evade them. Like I'd get down and behave, like you should. And they cracked up every time. No reaction from fucking Corpse Grinder or anybody else in the goddamn band, but their roadies were just eating it up.
Oh, I bet.
But yeah, he's like at the very end of the show, this guy comes up to me. He's like, Ace, I got your phone. It fell out of your pocket and landed in my hands when you went by.
Dude, that's such an awesome dude.
But yeah, he found me at the very end.
And again,
then
Cannibal or Corpse Grinder.
Yeah.
A band you'd think everyone wants to kill each other at. Hey man, I found your phone.
Well, and what's crazy is it was like a week or two after I had some random person tag me in an entire like humongous album of photos. And I was like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, look, we're not friends. We don't have any mutual friends. It's nobody. I looked through the album and it's my name tagged on all the ones that have Ace like me up on the crowd. Like they fucking found me randomly on the internet and tagged me in those photos. And it's like
the wonders of Facebook and social media.
Yeah, I was like, holy fuck. And I think it was because I had tagged myself there in a photo as well. Like me and Alex, when we were there, took a picture or something. I must have found it that way, but it was pretty cool. I don't really have too many. There's just so many concerts I've ever been to.
Yeah.
This last one hurt the most.
Yeah, that's how I felt with Beartooth. I woke up the next day and was like, I'm not fucking moving.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, man,
I didn't even hit a set of stairs.
Yeah, I was like, I had talked to Nick yesterday. I was like, man, maybe me and Levi can like stream a game or something. And I'm like, nah, I'm gonna take some fucking ibuprofen and a big bag of edibles and lay down. I think I'm gonna try to fall asleep.
I don't blame you one fucking bit.
Like, ugh. I'm just really stiff right now. That's the only problem.
At least it's not like a sore pain or like a constant. Yeah.
And there's a lot of heavy shit at work, but I have some easy tricks to not have to fucking lift too much. I did carry a couch upstairs.
Find a guy with least seniority. Make him do it.
Yeah, right. All right, you guys are going to do this. I'm going to go take a nap.
Yeah. That's what I do to the guys now. Not that I make them do all the bitch work, but if there's something that I'm like, I'm really not messing with that. Hey, Gio, come here.
I'll just pick up the smallest shit with the forklift. Like carrying around one little PVC fitting. Like, it's just, I didn't want to bend over.
Couldn't take it today. So I've been meaning to ask you because I haven't looked at it at all.
Yeah.
How's your Pokopia?
Yeah. So it is one of the funnest games I've ever played.
I was going to say, I've seen a lot of people loving it. I haven't looked at it and seen how it plays at all.
It is the best non-battling Pokemon game. I don't think there's too many of them that don't really have some fucking way to battle.
I think all of them besides this one, it sounds like Pokemon Snap, where you're taking pictures back on the N64.
Yeah. There's some others lurking.
And Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, where it's like Pokemon Go.
Dude, it's fantastic. It's like, it's got all the good stuff from all the similar games, because everybody compares it to like Animal Crossing, and
that's what I've
compares it to Minecraft. And I like to tell people there's a slight hint of Stardew Valley. It's like if you add the third dimension to Stardew Valley, basically what the fuck you get. But it's all the good parts of all of it. Like, I don't really think there's anything negative. Like, I wouldn't mind some more quests, some storyline. I think it would be cool if they just, they add new towns with some DLCs, but I think they should do it pretty frequently. I just don't know how long the casual person will need to collect everything a comfortable amount, because I'm like, don't drop a new world on me right now. Like, I just finished the storyline mission so I can really start building my pallet town, which is a town you get to rename, and then it's just fucking ground up. Like, you don't have no dial, like, you don't have no shit to go through.
So they called it Pallet Town, but they didn't make it Pallet Town?
Well, it's at the end of the cycling road.
Okay.
And then it leads you to, was it Fuchsia, maybe? Fuchsia's the first one. I can't remember. Vermilion, I don't know, but each one of the areas is based off of another town. Like the one that has the volcano that erupted, it's Pewter City.
Yeah.
And then it's like where's the Silphco building? Dude, I can't fucking remember what town it is, but it's literally like just different towns, and they're somewhat fucking themed after them.
Saffron City.
Saffron. So, yeah, and it's like each one of them has been destroyed by some crazy fucking thing. Like, Volcanion got pissed off and erupted a volcano. And, like...
So, I'm curious, I don't know if you would know this, because I don't know if it straight out tells you. So, is this actually a part of the Pokemon timeline, or is this just, hey, Sim City... but here's the reason why everything's destroyed?
I think it was very vague through the storyline of saying exactly why or what.
Okay.
Like, you just know that all the humans fled to space, and everybody hopes they come back one day. But in order to get them to come back is to revitalize and rebuild all the fucking cities that's destroyed.
It's Wall-E, but Pokemon?
Yes.
Dude, that's
exactly. Cool. It is literally Wall-E but Pokemon, except fucking Wall-E actually knows how to make things instead of just cleaning everything. And
cleaning very poorly.
They all have a reason why they're fucked up. Like Kyogre, we just went to sleep and never came up, so it never rained. And it was like a withered out, droughted, dry wasteland. Yeah. And the beach was too cloudy. I think it was like fucking Raikou.
Raiku's the thunderstorm.
Raikou was a dickhead.
Or lightning.
Yeah, blocked it out. So everybody fucking, kind of fled that area. And then Mewtwo was a dickhead and
what's new?
Fucking floated a whole city into pieces into the air.
Jesus.
Like floating islands. Like,
yeah.
It's a cool area, but it is a bitch to traverse. And it, like... I want to get each one up to the max rank and unlock all the recipes before I really dig into my Pallet Town area. Which I oddly... Okay, so you ever watch South Park?
Yeah.
You know the Coon and Friends shit?
I believe so.
I had a buddy who always used to call me Bradley Biggle.
Okay.
Which was Mint Berry Crunch. Mm-hmm. So my Ditto is named Biggle. And the town is Mint Berry.
I love it.
But yeah, no, it's just a... funny little nod to that, but
I'm curious.
It's kind of hard to decide what to build, though.
Right, and I've heard you mention it a little bit, and I've heard some other people on podcasts. How do you go about, like, is there are you capturing Pokemon? I know you've mentioned my Pokemon need houses.
Yeah. So you build a habitat, and it's usually like some grass in a tree or some grass by itself, waterfall. You know, like in these different formats and things. Some with flower beds, and like sometimes like you to get Hitmonchan, it's a punching bag next to a bench, then like you'll be going about your business. And then you'll see a dialogue box, or you'll see the grass rustling, and you go over, and a Pokemon will appear, and they'll give you some dialogue, and it's usually something along the lines of, "Oh, did you build this place for me to live?" And it's like, "Yeah, you can come fucking live here." And they figure out that you're a Ditto, even though you look like a human, and they're always like, "Oh, that's so cool." And then
that
it's
is
like,
one thing I did see.
Wow, you built an entire fucking elevator system. Like, you're one smart Ditto, you know? Like, it's some stupid shit. But you got to rebuild all the Poke Centers. You know, it's fun. It's a good fucking time waster. That's for damn sure. But yeah, it's there's so many build options. And it's like right when you decide to start building something, you'll end up leveling up an area, and then it's like, here, you get new recipes for this shit. And it's like, okay, well, I have to scrap that whole building now.
So like Minecraft, I do that all the fucking time.
I just found this new fucking type of brick, and it's like, God damn it. And it's like, oh, I just made a skyscraper, but I found a recipe for better glass. And it's like, that's 400 panes of glass I'm changing. You know, like there's some silly shit.
I'm definitely, because I'm not rushed. I've mentioned on the podcast before, I'm waiting to get a Switch 2 until the next generation of Pokemon come out, in case they come out with the limited edition version of it, because it's always been my dream.
Right.
I was just looking. Sadly, it's not available on Switch 1, or else I just go fucking buy it after this. But I'm definitely very excited to play that, because it's one of those games I've heard a good amount through you and just through the internet. But I've never been a cozy game person. Like, I like Minecraft.
Oh, yeah.
But Stardew Valley never caught me, because I couldn't do what I could in Minecraft of build my own house or do this or do... Like, it is a sandbox, but it's a limited...
Design the layout. And there are prefab houses, which are important because they hide Pokemon inside. So it unloads models. Otherwise, you'll end up with some of your Pokemon not loading in if you have too many going at any given time.
That makes sense.
So it's like you build the prefab houses and you dump the ones that's like, all right, you're always in my way, or maybe you're a litter Pokemon, and when they litter shit, it'll all dump outside the house, even if they're, you know, inside and don't load in. And then like, if you just want your Charizard to be like fucking strolling the city streets, you know, then he'll always be out if you have enough Pokemon unloaded.
I like that.
And it's like, yeah, I kind of always, I reorganize where my Pokemon are. Like, I've been moving all my ghost Pokemon to the rafters of the little factory kitchen area in Pewter City I got going. So it's like you go upstairs and it's like spooky bookcases and cobwebs and fucking Ghastly and Haunter living in there with...
Rumor is you're going to get Lavender Town soon, which is where the ghost Pokemon come from.
That'd be fantastic, because I would move all of them there. And it's like, it makes a lot of sense for a majority of your fire Pokemon to be in Pewter City, because you go mining and you get these resources. And then it's like, most of them already live here. And like, you cannot move Torkoal, Roly-Coly, and all them guys anywhere that doesn't have a lot of tracks, and that place has fucking railroad tracks.
Yeah.
I did the whole circuit. I made the entire route. I repaired the original one.
Nice.
And dude, it's a long fucking ride through, man. And just zoom in, and it's funny if you make Roly-Coly and Torkoal and those guys follow you. They just roll on the tracks like they're a train car with you, and it's fucking hilarious.
I love that.
Yeah.
From what I'm seeing, because I was looking it up a little bit before I asked the question, for DLC wise, everyone's pretty sure the first thing you're going to get is Viridian City, because they openly said that was the first thing they scrapped in development. Not in development, but when they were getting close to the due date, they didn't have it finished, so they scrapped it out of the final game.
Right.
So pretty sure that'll be, I say scrap, they just cut it out. Pretty sure that'll be first DLC, but a lot of people think they're going to do multiple towns in DLC because something like Viridian City, adding something that was already supposed to be there and isn't, from the way this Reddit comment's making it sound, isn't going to be super big because it was easy to cut out. It didn't change a lot of the game. They'll probably add multiple towns at once and give you like a DLC pack of here's 3 towns or here's 4 towns at once.
Fuck, dude. Do you know how? Because, see, I couldn't imagine having your game completely finished and then it's like you roll into a new town fresh with all the tools and you're just like, you know, like
that would,
you would instantly be able to fix it up.
Works.
Well, and you're going to know how it works, but if it's, do they take your tools from you? And it's
that's
like
what
you
I mean,
go to,
yeah.
And it's like, I hope it just like lets you have it, but at least you have the game knowledge to fucking like boss level that shit right from the get-go.
Does it have multiple save files, or when you launch it, is it just the one and you'd have to reset if you wanted to restart?
It has some you only get one character, one world.
Okay.
I think I don't even know if it's one per console or if you can switch for profiles. I cannot remember.
I see what you're saying.
I know on Animal Crossing it's one island per console. Like no fucking
ifs, ands, or buts.
Stupid. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Because my curiosity was, I know something like Stardew Valley has multiple saves. And it's like if they added DLC, but you had a max level character with the max town, everything discovered, DLC's not going to be really too much. You'll blow through that in a couple hours. But if you start a new game start a separate save file, I should say, because the part that sucks is when they add those things and it's like, well, you either have to start over or just run through it.
Right,
it's like, it's nice when you can start a separate save file and, okay, what would the game been like if I just got it with the DLC?
Right,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. See,
But if they know they don't have multiple save files, then they'll probably, with the DLC, work around that. You know what I mean?
Well, and from what I gather, too, a lot of people have been heavily inclined that as soon as their story's done, and they get to a certain point, and they usually do. Everybody's re-rolling. They're like, "I'm gonna start fresh. I'm gonna do another playthrough," and they do it so intentfully, you know, like they know right the fuck how they're going to manipulate the town before they've even gotten in there. And
that's something that I wish I wouldn't be waiting to go play the game. But also another reason I haven't watched is something I was actually talking to my brother-in-law. He was here shortly before you came. I hate I get it, but I hate the min-maxing that is all over the internet, and it feels like you said, people are going in with like, oh, I know I need that, like, and it's different. Oh, I want to design it this way. That's different than like, oh, I need this to be here and this to be here, so it's the closest efficiency. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy making my stuff efficient or making it work well, but I hate we all have to follow the same meta template.
No, see, I use some handy tools
which I don't shit on anyone that's like wanting to make the most efficient or most meta thing. It's something that like kills creativity for me.
There is no way to, in my eyes, to organize your storage and storage boxes any other way than you do in fucking Minecraft.
So however you
label the motherfuckers with signs. Put like items in the fucking picture, and like there is no other efficient way. Yep. If you want to be a crazy person and fucking find some beautiful way of doing it, that's fine. But shit, like what's cool though is your crafting table hits what's in a 10x10 room with you. So like you got a bunch of chests in there, it'll pull materials from those.
Oh my god, that's what I wish Minecraft would do.
So and it's like and once you get the storyline, there's a little quest log with Magnemite, and you can learn a new form. You turn into him, and it's basically like Silk Touch for the things that already didn't fucking have it. Like, isn't that what it's called in Minecraft?
Yeah, where you just take the like raw ore instead of breaking it.
Yeah, he does it way more efficiently, but yeah, he opens it up for certain things. And then you just literally hover and you can build with bigger patterns. You're done with the story. So they're like, here you go. Here's how,
the sand.
Let's make it fucking easy on you. Like,
I like that.
Almost how a developer would probably lay bricks as they're building shit.
That makes sense.
And, yeah, it's fun.
I'm excited to check it out. And I knew you've been loving it. So I wanted to bug you about it.
I am hard pressed to go to Pallet Town to build Articuno's lair because I'm, that's.
I guess I didn't ask that. What legendary Pokemon do we have so far?
The 3 birds. You get Articuno. I think you get Moltres, but you get a kit to build a abandoned power plant. Fucking Zapdos. And then there's like some weird cave kind of thing. And I'm like trying to think of
the cave would be Moltres.
No, it's Articuno. It's
you're both in caves.
Yeah. And it's like they take a lot of fucking resources and weird ones, but I don't know where to put them. And I want those to be at Pallet Town. Like I'm gonna try to get all my legendaries to live there, which you can get Mewtwo, Entei, of course the birds. I think there was something else.
I'm gonna guess Raikou and Suicune because you said Entei. Those are the 3 dogs.
Raikou is a plot point.
Oh, okay.
And the other one is
Suicune.
Yeah, that one's not. I don't remember that.
I could see them using Suicune as another plot point because I don't know if they are male or female, but Suicune controls the water, so like tsunami hitting the land.
And this one, Kyogre's the fucking reason for that, and he's just straight up. He's like, "Oh my god, you guys you found a way to make it rain without me," and it's like all the rain woke him up and turned all the plants good, and he comes up and he's like, "I'll be your friend," and then it logs him in your Pokedex, and he's just like, "I live in the ocean. I'll come and say hi every fucking great once in a while. Ask if you want it to rain," and then like you can make it rain, or have him make it rain, I believe, by talking to him again. But yeah, he just shows up and chills out in the water if you swim around there long enough, and it's like, oh, that's cool. And then Mewtwo's like shows up like he's about to fucking destroy everything. He's like, oh. Pokemon built this? I thought humans were fucking around again. And he's like, all right, bye. And fucking dips out. But then
of course
there's these dream islands you go to, which is basically like this is where it's a very reminiscent of an Animal Crossing type thing. You hop on the plane, travel an island, there's new fruits and stupid shit. Well, this one is like you go get resources where you don't have to terraform your land into a fucking oblivion, but you have a random chance to have one of those legendary Pokemon.
Okay.
Besides the birds, besides Lugia, besides Ho-Oh, that you can get from there. Like you meet Mewtwo in the plot point, but that's where you have to get him to live in your island. And you basically find him in a cave and like, hey, you want to come live in my island? And you know what? I think the other... There might be more in there that I don't know about too. I haven't deep dived into the legendary Pokemon because Dream Islands I'm always like, yeah, I'll go to one. And then it's like 12 o'clock at night. I'm like, I gotta go to bed. I don't have time for a Dream Island.
Yeah.
Fucking. I don't know. It's fun to different styles. Like currently I keep most of my inventory hoard on the beachy themed fucking place. And I've built like a weird nautical looking castle kind of thing. Like slowly started. It's by no means finished or even resembling a castle all the way yet. But it's just like a little vaulted storage area.
From what the AI overview says, it's basically everything you said. It has Raikou, Entei, Suicune, Mewtwo as random encounters on Dream Islands.
Okay.
After the main story, typically found in cave systems. Others include the legendary birds, which are Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, and then the tower duo, which is Ho-Oh and Lugia.
Yeah, you build a bell with them for something. I can't remember. I think it's got to do with Gimme Ghoul and all kinds of shit. I need to redo the fucking museum. I want to restore it completely underground and make a giant tunnel that leads to it with asphalt.
That'd be nice.
Make it look like a fucking one of the tunnels in Colorado or something. Give it a little round,
big ass fucking entrance with
make it round. Put lights all the way the fuck down it, make little door rooms that'll have all the generation for the lights. I'm
and
ready.
Apparently there's also Mew.
Yeah, you get these when you dig up fossils, you dig up relics, CDs, and then mysterious slates. And in the first area, if you dig right and you pay attention, there's a hidden cave, and you can dig down, and there's this wall of unknown Pokemon. And
is it the unknown or just unknown?
It's the unknown Pokemon, the little letters. And you do all the letters, and when you do, it makes a picture of Mew in like ancient like hieroglyphics. And then it's that's the fucking habitat for Mew to spawn. And
I love that.
Yeah, it'll come in and spawn, and then live in your fucking village. And I'm like, I've been wanting to save up all of them and try to assemble it not in there first.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Because they have a spot, and I don't know if it like, I wonder if people just naturally put it there because it's behind it, but I don't know if anybody's ever tried to just build it in a different town. And I want to do that experiment, so I've been slowly collecting.
Well, then I'll let you experiment. I won't try to Google it for you.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you could Google it. It'd save me a lot of fucking hours.
This may sound dumb, but also to fill time while I'm typing. I'm glad they've done the lore right. And that sounds dumb because it's Pokemon and it's all Pokemon Company. But they've had spin-off games like how Pokopia is not mainline, where they kind of fuck around with the lore and kind of change how things work. And I'm like, I'm glad for a environment building, and especially like, hey, to find Mew, you got to go find him in his cave. That makes sense. That's a great way to do it. I'm glad you guys actually did it properly instead of like, oh yeah, you just kind of got to go to this lab over here and find him.
Well, and it's funny too because as you explore, you'll find hidden little nook areas where there was clearly someone living there and left hastily. Like, oh, this is the almost survival remains before like all the fucking town rose to the sky kind of shit. And then you read it and it's like, oh, this is Professor Oak's notes about his town growth. Well, that's your main quest giver is his fucking thing that he left behind. And then like the Ditto, you are completely the fucking Ditto that could never transform the Pokemon's face properly. Nobody's talking about it. I've heard no one say it, but if you remember the episode, there was a defunct fucking was it Ash's Ditto? I can't remember.
I don't remember whose Ditto it was.
But there was a Ditto that just wouldn't transform, right? The face. Yes. Well, this motherfucker transforms into a human. Guess what he can't do? The fucking face. Anytime he transforms into another fucking Pokemon, he doesn't nail the face. So it's that same Pokemon. And you'll hear in the notes, like, as you read and find things when you explore, it's like referencing the Ditto and everything. And then, like, there's clearly, I found a cave where it was like, Brock was all pining over, like clearly talking about Misty, and like it was very vague. Didn't say anybody's name, but it was just like a little journaling.
But you can tell if you know the lore. That's what I mean. They did it right, where it's like, and I don't know where the legality. I shouldn't say legality, but I don't know where like how they argued over how to do it, because I don't know if you know this. The Pokemon Company is split into 3. Yeah, because the video games and Nintendo are all separate. Yeah. They come together to make one. Yeah. And it's weird and retarded.
Well, and isn't it, if I'm not mistaken, then it's still technically all owned by Nintendo, right?
The Pokemon IP is owned by Nintendo, but for some weird reason, the TCG and the video game rights, I don't know if they sold them early or what happened, but they are like the Pokemon games were owned by Game Freak. Yeah. They had the IP licensing from Nintendo, but even then Nintendo didn't have full say over what Game Freak did. And then the TCG's its own world where I think Nintendo has a hold of it, but they still have their own say of distribution. Right. I'll have to look that up one of these days and kind of like just for fun educate the podcast. But it is so weird how that works.
No, this game though's definitely got my Pokemon juices fucking going again. It's been nice, and I'm not out like you were talking about min-maxing, and that's what it feels like to play the games anymore.
Yes.
I didn't
again, my brother-in-law were just bitching about how he was talking in other games. He's not as big as Pokemon, but I was like, anymore it seems like the more and more they progress, the more and more they feed you things to min-max teams. And it's like, that's not what these games were about. It was find your favorite Pokemon, find out how to use them well, and do what you want to do.
Sun and Moon, I played that. I enjoyed that. I
enjoyed them. Everyone had the same complaint. The intro was way too long, but they were still great games.
Scarlet and Violet, I enjoyed those. Played both of those as well. I'd like to go back to Sun and Moon though. That'd be fun.
I was gonna say, now that you mention it, I didn't give them the love that I gave even Scarlet and Moon, or Scarlet and Violet.
Well, and I at least need to go back through Sun, because I gave Moon full fucking blown attention. Like, I played the shit
I only
out of
had
that
Moon because normally what me and Seth do is he'll buy one, I buy the other.
It's funny because the next one I played was technically Violet, and I got Scarlet, so Alex could play one if she wanted, and then once I got through Violet, I'd play through it.
Yep.
And I just tend to, if there's one that has purple in it, I pick the purple one.
That's what I did with Violet. That's what I did with Moon.
But I skipped everything after Scarlet and Violet, and I will probably hop on board again with the next one after Pokopia.
Well, technically, the next one is the next one in the game series. So, like,
yes.
The other Legends Arceus it's a Legends game, so it's not main series. Yes. It's still Pokemon. And then ZA is the same thing. It's a Pokemon Legends ZA.
Okay, yeah. So, and
I have an issue with the Legends. I've heard Arceus is great. ZA burned. I don't want to say burned me, but it burnt my biscuits with the fact it's modeled after Paris. It's modeled after France. There's no outdoors. There's no out of city. You are in Paris, period.
That's why I skipped it.
And I'm glad I'm not the only one. Everyone told me I was stupid for that. And I'm like, the whole point is being out in the wilderness and being on the routes and finding the Pokemon in the wilderness in their habitat.
Yeah, that was my complaint a little bit with Scarlet and Violet had some outworld shit, but it just didn't seem as full. And like, it didn't seem annoying enough. Like, motherfucking, you play any Game Boy Pokemon game, and you can't even look at a bush wrong. You can't even walk down a trail like with confidence without the fear that someone slightly off screen that's a trainer will see you in battle. And I'm like, where the fuck is that? Shoehorn me. I want to railroad into one goddamn direction, and I don't want to explore. I want you to make me go down to this square next to this square, and I'm going to fucking battle what the fuck pops out of it.
I know everyone loved the open world. Like you said, I want to be shoehorned in Pokemon. Yeah.
Put me on my other issue. Watch me go, buddy.
Yes. My other issue was the fact that it was 3D and there was no Pokemon hiding in the bushes, like you said. They were just out in the open.
Fucking walking around.
If I didn't purposely go fight Pokemon, I would have been so underleveled because I wasn't forced to fight. I wasn't forced to use my resources. I wasn't forced to level up. Yeah. And like, you could make the argument, you could try to run in the game. There were Pokemon that forced you to fight. They would use a move immediately when you entered, and you could not run.
Yeah. And like, you run out of escape ropes real fucking quick. Or what's the fucking...
Repels.
And also the doll.
Oh, what is the doll? I know what you're talking about.
You can get it in Pokopia. It'll take you to Dream Island. Like, the dolls take you to Dream Island. So you get a Dragonite doll, Arcanine doll. It's just like the prizes you win at the casino.
I know there was one.
That was like
one of the
silver,
games that did something.
Gold and silver. I'm pretty sure I remember it from there. You'd win those dolls. You can put them in your room at home.
It was gold and silver, and then also I know emerald and violet, or not violet, emerald, Ruby and Sapphire did that.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm like, I don't remember. I didn't play 3rd generation. I skipped all the way until Sun and Moon.
So I played them all.
It was gold. It was gold and silver, and I played that while like 3 more generations came out. I played through it so much, dude. There was no stopping me. I knew every corner of that fucking game. I could still take you to a box that has a 0.01% chance to spawn Celebi, and it's not technically in there. You just literally have to go like this, and it usually takes you about 4 hours, and then it'll spawn in, and it won't be the Pokemon you want, and then it'll be another 4 hours, and it'll be a Weedle, and and then sometimes you can get Mew in the same spot too, I believe.
So my favorite generation of all time is 4, which would be, for me, I know by the games, Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite, but I've played 5, which is the community's favorite. Pokemon fans love fucking Black and White. I despise those games. I hate Black and White.
I wanted to because and then
I never did X and Y.
Sprite upgrade looked so nice.
Yes, it did. I remember fawning over Black and White, watching the advertisements and the trailers, and then I played it and went, "This is fucking dog shit."
I just never played it because I remember. How old was I when it released? I can't even remember.
I can look it up.
It's as old.
I was gonna say my big memory for Pokemon is they always released around Easter, and every Easter, Mamo and Papal, Jack and Tony would get us the new Pokemon games.
Oh, that'd be so dope.
Yeah, it was always our big. I wouldn't say the big tradition, but I do. It's a fond memory I have, and I remember getting Black and White and forcing myself to play that.
I just remember I always wanted so many games. I'd make a rolling list.
I think every kid has that.
Yeah, I got a rolling list of games I want. Unless I've rented it enough to not need to buy it, and then I cross it off the list.
March 6, 2011 was Black and White's release date.
Jesus Christ. I thought it was longer ago than that.
The only reason I knew it was around that time is because it was DS.
That's why I didn't buy it. I had a DS. But I never bought any Pokemon games on it because I was stuck on pretty much everything Mario. When the DS first came out, it was like Super Mario. It was all the platformers. And I was like, oh, fucking dude, I can step back to like a lot of the games I hadn't played, revamped up for this. That was fun. And then, dude, Super Mario 64 DS.
I think, honestly, my DS was just a Pokemon machine. No, that's all it was for me.
It was, once they released Animal Crossing, it was all over.
See, and that was everyone else. To this day, have never touched an Animal Crossing game.
I have played every single one of them.
And I've heard they're nothing but amazing. They're cozy, fun, just... I don't want to say time killers as in like in a bad way, but just a great time to kill some hours and just have some fun and relax.
Yeah, I don't know if I will be able to confidently buy another one after this Pokemon game, though.
Really?
I feel like, dude, no, you keep releasing me shit on there. I don't have time for fucking Animal Crossing. Like, I ain't got time to go pay my fucking rent bills to Mr. Tom Nook. Motherfucker, he's patient. He wait anyway. It's just
sounds like my old landlord.
Yeah, it's like on there you just have to find so much, and it's more about like you are gonna want to play this for like an hour or two every other day for your whole life.
That sounds like an Animal Crossing.
That's what Animal Crossing is. Pokopia, it's like, nah, man, I gotta work in 6 hours and I need to finish the second level of my fucking evil scientist layer. And I gotta install the computers and lights and so that's what
I don't know if the freedom as much is there, but it almost sounds like a little more high tech Minecraft because, like you said, the computer and stuff. And I don't know how much
those are decorations, non-functional, but if you connect the electricity through it, it will light up and. It just ambience and light fixtures. Well, you have to have
It's one of the things I love about the mods in Minecraft is they'll just add ambiance and fucking
and there's
life.
A limit to how much you can have on one source of electricity. So you end up trying to build a fucking power grid. Like you have to build a power grid. And then you don't unlock the wireless power transmitter bricks until you're like way fucking up there.
Late game.
You've got to like level all your areas up to a certain level. And then you'll unlock it. And I'm like, motherfuck, I'm not there yet. So it's more shit I want to work on, but I can't yet because I need to build other dumb shit that I really have no fucking desire to build just to make some Pokemon happy. Like, oh, I go hang this picture on a tree and put a fucking step stool next to it so you'll shut the fuck up and be happy.
You know what? It sounds like Pokemon.
Yeah, and then it raised my environment level. It's like, oh, you want a toy? Here's a fucking box. It's a cardboard box. Here's your toy. And they're like, this is the best thing ever. I can't believe it. And then it's like your environment level went up. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I have to leave trash on the ground for these fuckers to be happy.
Sounds like my dogs.
Yeah, it's exactly how it is. Except they can speak to you. So it's even more annoying. And they'll run up and they'll be like, I have Haxorus's whole fucking evolution line in a log cabin because they all have the chop ability. And then he has the litter ability for logs. So them three motherfuckers, Heracross and Scyther, sit in this log cabin all day, just fucking chopping logs. And they, as soon as I get to the town, right where I spawn in, they all bum rush the fucking door and they're like, hey, I got that lumber you wanted. And they all give me 50 pieces of lumber that I do not need because I can't fucking build enough shit to use any of this lumber. And it's just like, there's just a big mound of lumber piling up in the corner of this fucking building because that's all they do all day. And it's like, okay, that's cool. But I can't get my motherfucking brick makers to just sit the fuck down and make bricks all day.
I love this because it almost sounds like a real life. Yeah. Like, it's a real life town. I can't get the brick makers to fucking make bricks fast enough. The wood makers won't quit chopping fucking trees.
So it's funny because you go in, like you spawn into Pewter City and it spawns you inside the mine in my little base with all my metal smelters. And it's like Magmar, Magby, the whole roly-coly. It's like a little train station I've been working on. And it's all these motherfuckers. And it's like I walk in and it's like as soon as they see me, they're like, oh. And they start smelting the ore. It's like they were doing fucking nothing a minute ago. But as soon as I walk up, they're like, oh, we got better get back to work. He's here. And it's like, yeah, goddamn right. And then I look in there and sure enough, the stacks of metal are not finished. And I'm like, you sons of bitches. You're lucky I have enough of this already.
Sounds like the factory I work at.
The metal is the most important thing because then you'll get like Poke Metal and rare Poke Metal. And that makes shit that's kind of unattainable. Each Poke Center has a 3D printer. You take a picture of it, identify the object.
Why couldn't we have that in every Poke Center?
So if you can't find the recipe or a way to build it or a way to steal it from a ruined building or some shit, you can 3D print it with Poke Metal. And then, but those are harder to find things. I hoard it like it's gold, and I don't build anything that requires it because I'm a dumbass. Besides storage boxes,
because everyone has their preferences.
Yeah. The big storage boxes take Poke Metal. God damn it! It's like I could build this out of wood. I got plenty of lumber.
Yep.
Now I thought about building a gigantic fucking tree, like doing some like Avatar tree village shit, make some Wookiees. I don't know.
Go to Endor.
There's so many options, but I want to build something stupid at each place, and then just
you need to get a bunch of Teddy Ursas and put them up in the trees.
So you only get one Pokemon of each kind, and it's only 300 Pokemon from a mix. It is a wide range.
Honestly, I kind of like that.
Yeah. Shout out to the OG GOAT, Garbodor. Yeah. Like, Garbodor is a recycling motherfucker. He may look like trash, but he goes through it. Like, he turns your non-burnable garbage into iron ore, so you can smelt it into things. The cool part is, he shits it out and then picks it up and recycles it. So he poops out non-burnable garbage, and he's like, ooh, piece of candy. Cleans it up, and here's a chunk of metal for you. He just sits and poops it out all day. And then Trubbish will walk around him and poop it out too. And
he's a more high-tech dung beetle.
Yep. They just make me fucking ore out of their
shit,
buttholes.
Useful shit.
Yeah. I'm giant trash. I eat trash, poop trash. Here's metal.
I love this.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of all the things that are super annoying. Anything that produces vines, twine, or fluff. They just don't stop.
Oh, God.
Like Mareep.
Oh, God.
The evolution for that. There's a couple other fluff makers. You kind of like just go shove them in a corner somewhere where nobody cares anymore. Because there's no reason to have that much fluff unless you're building like a goddamn pillow fortress, I guess.
So far, I decided to look up. I mean, I see a lot of different generations. They did do a lot of Gen 1.
They definitely, you can
and
tell.
I see 2 here.
You can tell when they introduce new areas, they will introduce new fossils because they picked and choose different generations of fossils as well. Like,
okay.
So you got Aerodactyl, but then you got, I can't even remember their fucking names. The shield face motherfucker.
Oh, Aaron?
Shield
I know
his shield on. I think. And then fucking Amora, which was where was that one from?
Which one?
Amora, the big fucking brontosaurus fin looking blue thing.
Oh, Amora.
I didn't realize that was a fossil. Those are fossil Pokemons. All I know is there's no Kabuto and I'm pissed. No Kabutops. Kabutops is one of my favorites of all time.
Generation 6, which is
Sun and Moon?
I believe Sword and Shield. Let me count these real quick. 1.
I remember catching it in Sun and Moon.
6 is X and Y, and then 7 is Sun and Moon.
Okay.
So yeah, you're right.
I remember
probably did
catching
catch
it somewhere. Yeah, because they always have old fucking Pokemon that always get in your way.
Yeah.
Like, I'm tired of Caterpies need to die forever.
I'm with you. They need to go extinct.
Burn it to the ground.
I will say there are Pokemon, at least looking at it, and this is IGN, so take it with a grain of salt, but they have the Pokedex for Pokopia. They have things like Pidgeot, but it has no stats, no nothing. Like it has nothing, no picture, nothing, but it's technically in the Pokedex of the game.
Yeah, I need some Baxcalibur fucking propaganda. Like, let's get this guy in his evolution line doing some more shit. He's one of my favorites. I don't know what generation he came from either, but I remember catching him in something. I think that was in Scarlet and Violet, but I don't think he was from that. The Pseudo Dragon fucking Pokemon types.
I couldn't get it to pop up. Apparently, I can't spell it properly. Granted, I am just fucking dog shit with spelling Pokemon.
It's the Pseudo Legendary Pokemon equivalent. You know, like Dragonite, Tyranitar, Scalymance. Oh, fucking Garchomp. That's a throwback. Como-O. I love that one. That was a fun one. Dragapult and Dracloak was good too. That was Generation 7 was Como.
Which is Sun and Moon.
Yeah. 8 was where Dragapult and all that was from.
Which is Sword and Shield, which I did not touch at all. Because I think that was a Switch exclusive before I got a Switch.
Baxcalibur was the Pseudo Dragon for Scarlet and Violet. Because it was 9.
How did I not remember that? I actually played that one.
Goodra was 8. And I remember catching Goodra somewhere. And Goodra and all that shit is in... Oh, wait, that's Hisuian Goodra. You get the normal Goodra. I always forget the Hisuian fucking weirdos. Where they made some Pokemon look different because they were from some other fucking place.
They were from the future. Wait.
No, they were from an island that was different.
I'm thinking of Violet and Scarlet, where one's from the future, one's from the past.
Yeah, the Hisuian ones is because they came from another... They were a previous generation, but on that island, they were fucking weirdos.
I'm looking at Reddit.
Because there was Hisuian fucking Scallymans and shit.
Yeah. So someone on Reddit decided to add up, for each generation when they add new Pokemon. And as the generations go on, it just gets bad. Like, obviously, Kanto 151, they're all new. Johto, they added 100 new. So I'll just go by number. 3, they added 135. 4, it was 107. 5 is 156. And then we drop 72 new Pokemon. Half of them in the game are just remade or old gen. Lola, which is Sun and Moon, is 81. Galar is 81 again. Pokemon, if you add the Go games, Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu, they added 2 new Pokemon. Scarlet and Violet, they claim it's only, or no, not Scarlet, Violet. Sword and Shield, they only added 7 new Pokemon. All the others,
fuck?
Yeah. And then Paldea, they added 105.
That's the Hisuian ones, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, and then Alolan is the versions that are from fucking Sun and Moon. Because they started doing that shit so they could recycle them, and we'd be like, it's okay. And it's like, no, motherfucker. Well, sometimes it is, but no, motherfucker.
Like the Alolan Executor's just really tall neck. That's the only difference.
Yeah, it's like, I hate him on, like, when you'd catch him on Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Like, get this fucking thing out of my face. Like, I'm tired of it.
It's one of the things that I try to argue a lot, but Pokemon does need to get back to the creativity of Pokemon.
Yeah. I just love that, like I was talking about the Pseudo Legendary Dragons. That shit's fun for me because it's like every generation gets one triple fucking evolution line, and that is the best. Tyranitar was like a fucking... dude, people shit because it's like, oh, fuck a Dragonite. Like, I mean, not really.
Fuck your shit.
Yeah, everybody was like Genghis who, like fuck that guy. And then they just kind of got crazy from there. I still like all of them. I want to, next time I play a fucking Pokemon game, I may just do that. And my playthrough is going to be speed running an entire fucking collection. Like, my main team will all be Pseudo Dragon or Pseudo Legendary Dragons. If there's enough of them in the game.
Yep.
Find a way to trade as soon as possible. If I got to bring them from other games, I'll fucking do it.
If whatever the new game is, if they support Pokemon Home off the bat, that's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I just fucking collect them. And I don't know if Pokopia is going to have any involvement with any other games. That'd be fucking
just
cool.
From the sounds of it, I doubt it.
Oh my god. Well, and see, that's what's nice is Dragapult's already in there. I already have him. I already have his whole fucking line. I'm good to go. I don't care.
Don't matter.
Tyranitar too. I got his whole line. Dragonite, just him. But he's a story one, so it's like he was just chilling. Like, you got to go wake him up. He's like, oh my God, I've been asleep forever. What happened? And it's like, okay, go get me a canoe and 5 alarm clocks. And you're like, what?
What?
And he ain't shitting you. He wants a fucking canoe and 5 alarm clocks. You stick it in a pond and it becomes his home. He's like, this time, now I'm sure to wake up. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
It's like, what the fuck, dude? Did I have to really go try to find 5 of them in a cave on a floating island I just got to? Like, I didn't know how to make these. You're lucky there's a cave with a bunch of them.
5 alarm clocks is wild.
Yeah, I'm like, you ever think of maybe that cave used to be... That's probably where his home was, and there's all his alarm clocks down there. The game's fucking silly. I'm thinking about it right now. I'm going to get food on my way home and then decide which building I'm going to make today. You kind of got me on the whole tunnel. Call it the Levi Memorial Tunnel.
There we go. I like this.
Label on it.
I couldn't find out if you could do the Mew outside of the tunnel or not.
I need to figure out if there is a way to make any letters on the frames. Because you take an item and you put it in a frame, and then it's whatever item you put in will be the picture on the fucking thing. So basically, like your inventory icon for that particular item, and it'll look just like the item. So it's so easy. But of course, I put the asphalt bricks, so I know these are all bricks that are just considered walkways and roadways, because the Pokemon will actually they travel different based on how you have your town laid out. So having walkways and roadways to everything will mean they'll travel further if it's all connected and efficient.
I like that.
Yeah. Or you just do it like I do in some areas and put none of them down, and it's free fucking roam. Good luck, buddy.
Free range chickens, free
none
range
of you none of you motherfuckers are doing any work for me. My box of resources is still untouched. Fuck it.
Bastards. Well, we're about at an hour and 20.
I think we can call it.
We can call it?
My back hurts.
I feel that. I get that.
Yeah. There's a pretty good lump back here. Seems to be all right. I can still feel my legs.
Hey, that's all that matters, as long as you got mobility.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Levi.
Yeah, I'm Brad.
We still don't know where Nick's at.
Yeah. I'm sure he told me at some point, but I think the stage knocked it out of me.
But we will see you next week with another Pints and Pages.